The year is 600. The world is waking, shrouded in mist and the quiet hush of dawn. This is a time before the written word shaped history, before the great stone monuments of later centuries rose from the earth. The air is sharp, scented with earth and wood smoke. Each breath carries the memory of ancient forests and the promise of a new day. We stand on a rise, overlooking a landscape both familiar and strange. This is England, but not as we know it. The land stretches out, wild and untamed, shaped by the hands of those who live closest to it. Small woodlands cling to the hills, ancient oaks and ash trees stretching skyward. These trees have stood for generations, silent witnesses to the lives unfolding beneath their branches. A river glints below, its banks lined with reeds, winding through a patchwork of hand-cleared fields. The water is the lifeblood of the settlement, providing fish, transport, and a place to gather. In the hollow ahead, a cluster of simple wooden buildings forms a small settlement. These homes are built from the land itself, timber, thatch, and earth, crafted with skill passed down through generations. No castles, no cathedrals, just life on an intimate scale. Here, every structure tells a story of survival and adaptation. Smoke curls from thatched roofs, mingling with the sounds of cattle, sheep, and the steady thud of an axe. The village is alive with the rhythm of daily chores and the laughter of children at play. People move with purpose. A woman in a red tunic heads to the river. Men guide oxen and plough. Each person has a role. Each task is vital to the community's survival. This is a community bound by necessity and kinship, surviving through hard work and deep knowledge of the land. Their lives are woven together, each day shaped by cooperation and shared tradition. The land provides everything: food, timber, water. Every resource is precious, every harvest a cause for gratitude and celebration. Their world is small but complete, ruled by sun and season. The turning of the year brings both hardship and hope, marking the rhythm of their existence. Among the timber halls, smaller sunken structures catch the eye, low roofs nearly touching the earth. These buildings are half hidden, blending into the landscape as if they have always been there. From one, the rhythmic clack of a loom drifts out. Inside, skilled hands weave cloth for clothing and trade, keeping ancient crafts alive. These humble buildings are central to village life, a marvel of simple engineering. They offer shelter from the elements, warmth in winter, and a place for families to gather. They are the secret to Saxon resilience, designed to endure the harshest seasons and the test of time. We call them the Grubenhaus, a window into a lost world, and a testament to the ingenuity of those who came before us. What is a Grubenhaus? The word itself comes from German, meaning pit house. But what exactly does that mean, and why did people build them? Archaeologists call it a pit house. Its defining feature is a shallow rectangular pit dug into the earth, usually just deep enough to provide shelter and insulation. Found across northern Europe, especially in Anglo-Saxon England, these buildings were once misunderstood as crude, temporary shelters or even storage pits. But modern archaeology reveals the opposite. The Grubenhaus was a clever, adaptable solution to the era's challenges, offering warmth, protection, and flexibility for its inhabitants. When abandoned, the pit gradually fills with earth and debris, leaving a dark stain in the soil, a ghostly footprint that marks where life once thrived. Post holes at the edges mark where timber once stood, allowing us to reconstruct their form and imagine the sturdy wooden frames that once supported roofs overhead. Thousands have been found across England, from Mucking to Yeavering, each one telling a story of daily life, work, and community. They appear with the arrival of Germanic settlers in the 5th century and remain a fixture of rural life for centuries, adapting to changing times and needs. Their sheer number shows they were essential, not marginal. These were the backbone of early medieval settlements. The Grubenhaus was a cornerstone of village life, serving as homes, workshops, and gathering places for generations. Today, each Grubenhaus stands as a testament to the ingenuity, resourcefulness, and resilience of its builders, connecting us to a distant but fascinating past. Building a Grubenhaus began with digging a rectangular pit, often 4 by 3 meters up to a meter deep. This initial excavation was a crucial step, as it determined the size and shape of the entire structure. Careful planning ensured the pit was level and stable, providing a solid foundation for the house to come. The excavated earth was piled up around the edges, forming a low bank. This bank wasn't just a byproduct, it played an important role, helping to keep water out during heavy rains and acting as a natural insulator against the cold. In some cases, the bank was reinforced with turf or stones for extra protection. Next, 6 sturdy timber posts were set around the pit, carefully positioned to support a central ridge beam and the weight of the roof. These posts were often made from oak or other durable local wood, chosen for their strength and longevity. Rafters of hazel or ash were then fitted to create a steep A-frame, which was essential for shedding rain and snow. The roof was covered with thick thatch, layers of straw, reeds, or heather, woven tightly to keep out the elements and provide warmth. The thatched roof provided excellent insulation, keeping the interior warm in winter and cool in summer. Its thickness and slope allowed rain and snow to slide off easily, preventing leaks and water damage. The earth itself formed the lower walls, creating a barrier against wind and damp. Above ground, wattle and daub, woven wooden strips coated with a mixture of clay, straw, and animal dung, filled the gaps between posts, sealing the house from drafts. The floor was usually compacted earth, smoothed and pressed down to create a firm surface. Sometimes straw or animal hides were laid on top for extra warmth and comfort, making the space more livable during harsh weather. Occasionally, timber floorboards were suspended above the pit, creating a cellar-like space beneath. This area could be used for storage, keeping food cool and dry, or as a place to shelter small animals. The design was efficient, making the most of local materials and simple hand tools. Every part of the Grubenhaus was built with practicality in mind, using resources that were readily available in the surrounding landscape. A Grubenhaus could be built quickly by a small group of people, often within just a few weeks. This speed was vital for early settlers, allowing them to establish shelter before winter set in. The result was a sturdy, weather-resistant home, a true masterpiece of practical design, perfectly suited to the needs and environment of its builders. The Grubenhaus's sunken floor was a survival strategy, harnessing the Earth's stable temperature. Below the frost line, the ground stayed warmer in winter, cooler in summer, reducing the need for firewood. A small hearth or even body heat could keep the space comfortable. Its low profile resisted wind and weather, offering safety and security. The sheltered interior was ideal for weaving, storing food, or other vital tasks. Built quickly from local materials, it was a lifeline for new families or communities recovering from disaster. The Grubenhaus was key to Anglo-Saxon resilience. Archaeology brings the Grubenhaus to life. Excavated pits yield pottery shards, animal bones and lost tools, everyday objects that tell of daily life. Loom weights, often found in rows, reveal the building's use as a weaver's workshop. Sites like West Stow in Suffolk have allowed full-scale reconstructions, proving these buildings were warm, dry and spacious. Finds like spindle whorls, iron knives and glass beads paint a vivid picture of craft and domestic life. Even seeds and pollen trapped in the floor tell us what was grown and eaten. Each discovery adds detail to the story of the Grubenhaus. Not all Grubenhäuser were the same. Some stored food, using the cool, stable environment to preserve grain and meat. Others served as workshops for blacksmiths or potters, their design containing heat or moisture as needed. They provided space for noisy or messy work, separate from the main hall. Some may have housed farmhands or guests, offering warmth and privacy. Their function could shift with the seasons: workshop in winter, storage after harvest. This adaptability made the Grubenhaus indispensable. It was the utility room of the Anglo-Saxon world. The Gruben house defies the myth of a dark age. Its design is a testament to ordinary ingenuity. No manuals, just knowledge passed down and refined. Builders understood timber, earth, and thatch, creating structures perfectly suited to their world. They engineered microclimates, extending work and protecting resources through winter. The Gruben house is a monument to the skills of everyday people, not kings or conquerors. In its simple footprint, we find the story of resilience and creativity. Some of history's best ideas are born in fields, not palaces. The Gruben house still speaks to us today. Its passive heating and cooling, use of local materials, and low-impact design are models of sustainability. When abandoned, it returned to the earth, leaving only a stain, not a scar. It was robust, adaptable, and quick to build, empowering communities to thrive. Its core principles, insulation, resourcefulness, structural integrity, are timeless. The Gruben house is not a symbol of poverty, but of ingenuity and survival. It is a sunken treasure of knowledge, a quiet lesson in resilience. Its story is written in the very soil beneath our feet.